I want to start this video off with a full game spoiler warning. If you've not completed Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, I suggest that you come back to this video after you've done so. In this video, I'll be covering the current strategy for the free Glitchless category of Oh Brother. If you want more background on this guide series, I'll have a link in the description of the first video in this series where I talk more about the structure of the series overall. I'll also have other useful links for mechanics and other general information in the description, as well as a link to the Pastebin with a written version of the build and strategy that I'll be covering in this video. With that out of the way, let's get into the build. So Dunban's going to be the character that we're going to be controlling for this time attack. I'm running the Wyvern Cutlass over the Darkness Sickle because the auto attack minimum is considerably higher, and the extra 30 auto attack max of the Darkness Sickle just isn't relevant enough to warrant running it over the Wyvern Cutlass. For gems, I'm running Attack Stability, Attack Plus, and First Attack Plus. The First Attack Plus matters for Wave 3. It's going to help me kill an enemy in one shot. Then Attack Stability and Attack Plus just to increase my damage. Other than that, I'm just running Strength Up, Initial Tension, and Quick Step. The haste on the Glory Gauntlets doesn't really matter. I'm not going to be auto-attacking. It's just there because that happens to be what I was wearing. Familiar Quick Step gem is the only one that actually matters, but I'm also running her with haste, physical defense down, double attack, and weapon power. None of these other gems really matter. I just kind of have them here so that if Melee happens to get an auto attack off, she might inflict physical defense down before someone lands an art, which could help kill an enemy faster. Then finally for Ryan, I'm running the Atomic Driver with First Attack Plus, and Attack Stability, as well as some Strength Up gems, Initial Tension, and Quick Step. Just like Dunban, we're just going to want to have Ryan doing as much damage as possible, and this is a pretty good loadout for him to do that. The haste from the Glory Gauntlets once again does not matter for him. He's not going to be using any auto attacks. For the arts, the only arts that I use for this are Gale Slash, Peerless, Soaring Tempest, and Steel Strike, and this is the order I like to have them in. In old strategies we use Electric Gutbuster, but that is no longer needed due to a small change I made to the strategy recently. For Melia, just run Summon Flare and Summon Copy. You don't really need Summon Copy, I just kind of have it there as a, if she gets up an extra elemental, I get 10% extra attack, and that's always nice. And Melee is only really used in this fight for the Summon Flare attack buff, so yeah, that's all there is to say there. And Ryan, Hammer Beat's the only art that he needs. Then for skill trees, Dunban's skills are just optimized for damage. It's just skills that increases damage and movement speed. The only noteworthy skill here is Amazing Stars. This is really important to the strategy because this allows Steel Strike to have its cooldown up by the time you would use it on Wave 3. If you don't have this skill, then Steel Strike either won't be up and you'll have to wait for it for about half a second or so, or you'll have to use another art like the old strategy used Electric Gutbuster. Melee's skills don't really matter. The only skills that you really want her are the Quick Step skills. I also have some skills to let her equip heavier armor, but those aren't really relevant because she's not going to be getting hit. Then Ryan, much like Dunban's, just optimized for damage. I'll go ahead and show off his skills real quick in case you're interested in the specifics. That's about it for the build though, so I'm going to go ahead and hop into the video review section of this. Alright, for this section of the video, I'm going to be kind of talking through my PB as the time of recording this, and kind of just going over the strategy as it would happen in an actual time attack. So to start this off, because things are going to be happening pretty quickly, I'm going to kind of explain the first two waves right now before I actually start it. Then I'll kind of talk to them again as they're happening. So as soon as the wave starts, you're going to want to target onto one of the Chromar, immediately switch over to Lure, start the battle, and then focus your allies' attacks onto the Chromar you have targeted. Then you're going to want to switch your targeting to the other Chromar and then use Peerless, Steel Strike, and Soaring Tempest in that order very quickly. We'll kind of go through it, watch it now, and you can kind of see what it looks like, and I'll kind of talk through it as it happens again. So target Lure Battle Start, focus the allies, switch the targeting, and then use the 3 arts. Wave 3 dies instantly, and then what happens here is actually something, I don't know if it has an official name, but I've seen some Japanese genres call it Art Reservation, so that's what I'm going to be calling it. Basically, if you use an art after if you initiate an art before a wave ends, but the art animation doesn't start until after the wave ends, you can still hit the enemies that spawn on the following wave. There are some conditions to this, and it's a little bit complicated for me to go into here. But essentially, if the art animation starts after the new wave of enemies has fully spawned, it will still hit the enemies on the next wave. And the benefit of this here is that I don't need to pull out and put away my weapon again. I can just take out wave 2 without having to go through the extra animations. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk through what I do on wave 3 now, because once again it's going to be happening very quickly. So you're going to want to target onto the smaller chroma, which is the fighter chroma, and you're going to want to run towards it and lure and start the battle. Just like last time, you're going to want to focus your allies onto it and switch your targeting. Specifically, you're going to want to target onto the chroma that is furthest from the fighter chroma. You're going to use Gale Slash onto this one, switch your targeting to the other big chroma that has not been targeted yet, and hit it with a Steel Strike. And if everything goes well, the combination of Steel Strike and Hammer Beat should kill that one, Gale Slash should kill the first one, and Hammer Beat should kill the fighter chroma. We'll kind of watch this now and talk through it again, and I'll pause if I need to kind of talk about anything in specifics. So target onto the fighter ignite, not chroma. Lure it. You can hear Dunban starting to say we have to focus our efforts. I target onto one of the chroma, use Gale Slash, use Steel Strike, and then they all die pretty much all at the same time. So I'll go ahead and wait for the end screen to pull up here, but that's about it for this time attack. If you've enjoyed this, please, I don't really have anything else to say about that. Just like, I hope that you did enjoy this. And if you're interested at all in speedrunning time attacks, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to see more people get into running time attacks because I really enjoy it. And again, I'll have a link to the first video in the description if you're interested in this series and want to learn more about time attacks. With all that out of the way, though, I think that's about all I have to say. So I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you enjoyed. See ya.